Hi there everybody, Miles here, the teaching professional at Southwark Park Golf Club. Another little product review for you. So we did a self-drive review not so long ago. It's the first product review I've ever done, so it's quite interesting really to actually compare clubs and think about it. So new irons. I'm just going to come closer and show you what I've got for you to have a look at today. So there's three to have a look at that are new in our demo irons. So I've got a half a dozen of these Ping G425 heads. Now you can love or hate a Ping. I think if you buy into the brand, you'll love it. The thing about Ping and their sort of dull finish to their clubs, the benefit to that is it does look like that in a few years' time. They don't deteriorate very much like a polished chrome club can. So G425. We've also got the new Cobra Limited. Okay, so I've got a few heads in that and lots of shaft options. And then this new Stealth. So I hadn't seen a Stealth iron in the flesh till these turned up. I bought these all on a Zoom call, which is seemingly the way of the world at the moment. So with their slot technology and that sound dampening and give a bit more forgiveness to the off-center hits. So I've stuck a similar shaft in them all just to give it a fair try. And there are literally, I think I've got about 15 shaft options in TaylorMade and similar in Ping and Cobra. So if you do come for the fitting here, there's a few aspects to a fitting. So number one is the head choice actually, because you know in a TaylorMade range, so you know maybe if your handicap's a little higher or you want a bit more forgiveness, you might want to on a Stealth, or then there's potentially a P790, which looks like a blade as you look down on it, but because of the technology in it, it's quite playable. And then ultimately you can end up into things like these blades. If you're capable, then it'll be just as easy to use as any club, because if you hit the middle, it'll go fine. So the benefit that people might want to go for a blade over a cavity back tine would be the ability to shot shape a little bit, which you can do more with a blade. So, you know, I've stuck a KBS in this. This is a Tour Light. And I'm going to hit a few shots with each and just tell you what I think about them and how it feels a little bit. When we get into the fitting, this option to change this lie angle on these fitting clubs is crucial to help me. So I've got half a dozen heads, all with anything from sort of 2 degrees up, 2 degrees flat, standard lie angles. There's even a head which is strong and weak in loft. It's not such a common fitting, but let's say you balloon everything in the air. We can even strengthen lofts. I mean, from my opinion, lofts are too strong anyway now, but you know, this 7-iron loft is not what it was even 3 or 4 years ago. So let's have a quick hit with it. I've got just similar Strixon balls here. I think what you find about a lot of these clubs, modern clubs, is they will all perform in a relatively similar way. You know, that's given me an almost too long a yardage of 171 carry, and I promise you I never really caught that. So I can tell you, even from shot one, these things are obviously going to be very powerful, partly because of how strong the lofts are, and then partly because of the technology as well. That one's so good. It's held the face open a little bit there, but it's still gone plenty. I mean, it's gone plenty far enough. It's given me a total distance of like 170 yards, which is almost too far for me for a 7-iron. I think these things get a bit out of control. So if you're looking for a bit of distance, why not? Cobra Limited. So yeah, the brand new club for Cobra. It's nice actually. It's a slightly sort of neater looking head than the Stealth in terms of it looks a tiny bit smaller. So yeah, I just it's a very similar shaft. KBS to get in there again. Okay. That's a bit of a freaky number. So that's given me, yeah, okay. Set of Cobras for me. actually just got a new set of TaylorMade P790s, so might get rid of them. Yeah, Ping G425. It's a nice club. I think it's a club for a lot of people. Definitely easy to use. It's got a harder feel to it. I think that the metal that Ping use, you get that slightly indestructible feel to a set of Pings. It's okay. Lost a bit of yardage on that. It's nice though. I'll let one more. Sometimes in the good old days, a Ping looked fat and heavy and clumpy, but this doesn't. This has got a nice little sleek look to it. Definitely harder. Yeah, from a feel perspective, I wouldn't go for that. Out of interest, I'm just going to have another quick hit with either one. It's good. The Stealth is a little bit less offset than the Ping. It's definitely a familiar looking TaylorMade, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so for me it's probably going to be feel. I think that definitely is feels much softer off the face. Yeah, it's another. Always, when you come on this simulator, forget the total yardage. Look at the carry. That's 174, which is a good 7-iron for anyone. I'll be happy with that. They definitely go a long way. I'm just gonna have one more with this Cobra because that went nicely as well. From head shape, I'd go for the Cobra. Yeah, head shape wise, looking down at it, I think I'd rather the Cobra. That's a good, that one. Little push. It's good. They're all good. Stealth goes furthest. Quite like the look of this Cobra. It's got a nice little neat, sleek look to it. In third for me is the Ping, but for no other reason is that the feel feels quite hard, but that might suit a lot of people at the same time. I'm not a natural at this, am I, the old club reviews, but come and see me if you want a fitting. I'm better at fitting than I am talking about the fitting, I think. I've got probably upwards of 20 iron shafts that will fit into these, and then we will look at lie angle, length, grip shaft, grip weight, flex, and then start even into thickness of grip as well. So by the time you've finished a club, you know, someone like me, I'm just scraping 6 foot and a little bit. I'll end up, my common fitting is 1/2 inch longer, slightly thicker grip. I'm in a light but stiff shaft and 1 degree upright. And all those things add up to a better golf shot, really. I mean, if you're constantly hitting heel first or toe first, or the shaft's so heavy you're losing speed, then you probably should always have one fitting. I always say to people, you should have one fitting in your life. You know, you sort of know roughly the route you need to head down. So thanks for watching. One take wonder again. Could have been better. See you all soon.